keynote speaker, World War II Navy veteran, transatlantic sailor. Founder of the South Street Seaport Museum. Also a founder of Save Our Seaport, who's come back to lead us once again. Mr. Peter Stanley.
It's terrific you're all here, and I'm learning new things about this museum and this district, because we've always looked out to the whole Seaport district, and Bowne Shop was a dream when I first sailed in with my wife to open the Seaport doors to people. We were, and that was exactly 44 years ago today, May 22nd. So, happy birthday, Seaport. Happy birthday, South Street. We have a future as well as a past, and it's you that give us that future. When we made our start, we had a few $100s in the bank and a lot of friends, and when we opened the doors and we listened to the people who came in, and among other people, there walked in the architect of the Cutty Sark, the most famous preserved ship in the world, except our own ships and the people who keep them going. And he did the drawings for the restoration of the waiver tree. Couldn't ask better authority. Never charged a cent. He was a volunteer, and the volunteers kept this place going through the other old days, the difficult days, the thin days when there really was no money, and when the Landmarks Commission didn't approve of the concept even. It was a wonderful battle. Norma and I only knew about it as amateurs who liked to sail. We had an old schooner. That's what kind of started the whole thing. But we knew we had to learn. Constantly, we were learning from people. Our motto was, other museums are for people. This museum is people, and it is again today. And we've got to find a way to turn things around. And we're working on it after our fashion, but we can't move one step without your support and leadership. That is how the place happened. The ships came in, and we became what we tried to become, a center of learning, of challenge, and of experience. I talked to Jacobus Branson, who was our chairman, today for an hour, just to get a little advice. And I quoted back to him. He keeps forgetting when he says these utterly important things. He said once when the tall ship Libertad, that beautiful full rigger, came into our piers, as I hope we will see her soon again. We've many connections with Argentina. That's where we found the waiver tree. And Jakob came aboard, and as we went into the after cabin, we brushed by all these wet oilskins, and they were oilskins in those days. Those oilskins were there, but the young crew had been aloft. They had a severe squall on the way in. They insisted on coming in under sail. They were caught aback. They had to go through some real life emergencies right here, and so Jakob was worked up at this. He was back in reality, and we were seeing these hard-learned skills and attitudes, creative attitudes, initiative, cooperation, things you learn by the sea teaches them like nothing else. It's a no excuses environment. Anyway, Jakob said, he told them a little bit about the story of New York, a city born of the sea, and whose future is vitally linked to the sea. He said, but we're not just going back to the past around here. We are going back to fundamentals. And that's what our call is. I wanted to mention this matter of money. When people say the problem is money, and there's a shortage of money, we should think about, we certainly have to think about it, because we've been living on borrowed money, as it turns out, to my utter surprise, and I must say horror, to meet operating expenses. And some of that money is being called back by the people who had loaned it. Well, that's, the mayor is dealing with that problem. The Attorney General, for heaven's sakes, is dealing with the problem, has dealt with the problem of scattering, dispersing the movable ships to distant ports in wonderful places, but not near where they belong, and which are vital to this neighborhood, and the vitality of the neighborhood, and the learning opportunity, and the whole message of getting back to the fundamentals. I think the mayor is widely reported to be ready to put up the millions of dollars that are needed to pay the debts, open the doors again. We're asking that your voice, that's good, that's terrific, and you should be encouraged. But we're asking that he hear our voices too, and that he learn. There's a graduate of the Pioneer School who is now the head of the Council of American Maritime Museums. A great guy, many of you know, Walter Ripken, and his councils and the councils of the Council of American Maritime Museums is a vital resource, and it belongs to a Pioneer graduate. Will the mayor listen to him, along with the very expensive and fancy consultants that I have met who've been called in consult on the museum from England, for Christ's sakes, and Washington, D.C., not a New Yorker among the bunch. Come on, this museum is here. And on that thought, I just feel very happy to see you. I know, talking to you guys, that this museum has a future as well as a past. Thank you very much.